Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting edition of this place called Ringside Rants. And to my right is Bad Karma, Josh, and below us is the America Strong Style, also known as the anti-hero or Smart Phil. Phil. And somebody mute their phone.
That wasn't me.
I know it was Josh. I do have a question for you, gentlemen. Who did their homework? Who watched Hell Comes to Frogtown?
Hell Comes. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
Oh, see, I watched the movie. I know the movie already. So, did you guys watch it?
No.
I forgot.
I didn't forget. Okay. I'm going to tell you how far I got into it, Josh. All right. I've seen the first part of it.
Shot?
Actually, I made it past that. I made it past the booby shot, and then he got hurt because of her showing her boobies to him because of his genitalia is inside of this, and it has a flap and.
Reminds me of something out of a trauma film.
It's worse, Phil.
It's such a B movie, but damn it, it
had titties. It has titties. It has lots and lots of titties, Phil.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And I am going to say this on behalf of the Piper man, dude. If you did not cheat on your wife there, congrats, brother. Congrats. But if you did,
back then,
congrats, brother. Congrats.
Well, anyway, so what do you think about what happened at the chamber?
You mean the heel turn that everybody was hoping would happen?
Yes, I'm glad it happened.
Dude, we now have heel Cena, which I am in love with because heel Cena makes money.
And we're finally going to get Homelander versus
Peacemaker. That's going to be good. I'm going for Homelander in this one, unfortunately. I think Peacemaker's going to pull it out.
You know what's kind of funny, though? John Cena kind of looks like JBL now when he made that face.
Dude.
Yeah, that's true. I admit that after looking at it a couple times, like, does it look like JBL?
He looks like somebody's dad who went to their high school PTA meeting and lost their shit
because they found out their son has been causing destruction.
Probably. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds like someone's father who lost their shit.
He probably found out his daughter was the head cheerleader was having an affair with one of his teachers.
Well, before we go get any more into it, let's start off with the beginning of the card, the beginning of the chamber, which was the women's. What do you think of Jade Cargill returning and beating the crap out of Naomi?
All I can say is, before we go that route, MVP has to go to Liv Morgan.
Shoot, heck yeah, I'll give that to I'll give that.
MVP man, in AEW though,
took a beating. She took a beating, and she got.
Never mind. Talking about the MVP
hard, what you call it? Cracks that whip of her hair. I forgot how hard it.
Bianca Belair.
Yeah,
but I have to say that Liv Morgan deserves this. Liv Morgan does kind of deserve those receipts. She earned her stripes that night.
But I will say this on behalf of Jade Cargill and Naomi and Bianca triangle love affair, whatever you want to call it. Who do you think Bianca is going to side with? Her homegirl Naomi or that bitch Jade Cargill?
Jade.
Oh.
And how did you like whenever Liv was yelling at Bianca? I told you it wasn't me. I told you.
Even Charlotte said the same thing.
She was saying it to Jade right when she was walking in. It's like I didn't do it. I did. And she's like, right when she walked in, it's like, I know you didn't do it. Whack.
But still, she's gonna get a beating. She still doesn't like her. So,
Dude, Naomi took that ass whooping like a grown ass woman.
Mm-hmm.
And it made Jay Cargill look fucking strong.
Yes.
she was amazing even in AEW as well. She was always amazing.
Jade is one of those people, man, where you got to book her just right, or it comes off as, oh yeah, this is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people were worried about like because they were making her look weak at first. You know, like I don't know, for what I've seen, the botches and everything.
Well, dude, they didn't. From what I understood, I don't know how true it is. She was teaming and training with Charlotte. Charlotte dropped her because Charlotte got injured. Then she started training with Natalya. Natalya was in hiatus about contract negotiations, and then all of a sudden she picked up training regimens with Bianca and Naomi, and they came up with this fucking swerve because everybody wants to see Bianca versus Jade, and this is how you do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, but also you gotta put in the factor. What did Naomi do to deserve this?
She ran her over, dude. She didn't
Yeah.
run fucking car.
It kind of reminded me of
You're gonna make her a heel. I mean, I Naomi as a heel, I really don't see it.
You know what it kind of reminded me of? Like when Ricky, like the storyline when Stone Cold supposedly got kayfabe injured.
Oh yeah, whenever Rikishi ran him over.
Yeah, but
he ran him over for The Rock.
But it was all planned.
I did it for The Rock.
Oh, shut up, you thong wearing fatty.
You didn't do nothing for The Rock, yeah.
What'd you think about What'd you think
The
about?
Rock didn't ask you to do it.
We're still on the women, so and all the women's elimination chamber was actually really good. Bianca went. It's like what you said. Liv gets an MVP because she took a hell of a beating during that fucking match. And Bianca going to WrestleMania. So
versus Io Sky.
We'll get to that. We're not on Monday yet. We're still on Sunday.
I know.
So congratulations to Io for becoming women's world champion.
Hold on,
we'll get to that, Phil.
Hold on.
Don't jump.
2 days later. It happened 2 days later.
There you go.
I'm following what you're saying. Keep going. Next match.
Was the tag match, ain't it?
I do believe it was. I'm pulling it up as we see.
There's only 4 matches in the card. I know that. And then
yeah. I know.
And they don't even do like 0 hour, man.
No, they
used to.
But I will say this.
I guess
I was very, very happy. I was very, very happy with the way everything happened.
Yeah. God, I'm trying to remember who the fucking tag match was. Shit. All I know is the next match was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
No. You're talking about the women's champion Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae?
Yeah, there you go.
My hole.
Yeah, that was
That was funny when she did that.
No, I'm talking about the match, right? The tag match that they had. Yeah.
He said the whole match. He said whole.
What up, country?
What up, man?
The tag match is
It shouldn't have never been there.
Yeah, they could have found a better match to put on.
But they wanted to put Trish Stratus. They want to put Trish Stratus on the card because it's in Canada.
Yeah, well, that should have been like the free show. That should have been happened right before the fucking elimination chamber.
I will say this: I'm very displeased with the men's and how they play Sami Zayn KO and before the men's chamber match. I was very unhappy with that. So unhappy.
They have better matches. They have better matches in Ring of Honor anyway. So,
Well,
They
that
somebody
match was really good.
honestly, to me, it was all right. I mean, okay, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing everything. Save us like somebody. God dang, just somebody just needed to get busted open for just like this was an awesome match. Otherwise, it was an Extreme Rules Monday Night Raw match.
But the barbed wire chair was epic.
Yeah, they said they didn't gimmick that shit either.
No, they didn't. No.
Well, it went on Kevin Owens, so because he was wearing a T-shirt, so
yeah. It was really good. I'm glad he won that match because now they're from what I understand, there's supposed to be a blow off match to this because this right here was the kickoff to the end. Mm-hmm. And I do believe the end match is going to be loser leaves WWE.
Between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
Or Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton came back too.
Yeah, but I believe it's going to be against. I believe it's be KO versus Sammy.
Yeah, I don't think no one's gonna. It'll be like loser leaves Raw or SmackDown, whatever show they're on.
No, I think Sammy hasn't signed. From what I understand, Sammy hasn't signed a new deal, dude.
Ooh, the return of El Generico
in AEW.
I got a T-shirt.
I mean, how cool would that be?
I don't know, man.
Especially with a Punk beef going around, dude. Like.
Y'all see this? Yeah, I see your post, your comment.
What are you talking about?
My buddy Country's
Big Country he's saying stuff
about Becky Lynch. Yeah, I heard about Becky Lynch accusing CM Punk of having an affair with Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to that.
We'll get to all this though. What tweet? I don't see no tweet.
Let me see. Hold on.
I don't see a tweet. It got banned probably because I can't see nothing.
Yeah, I don't think you can't.
Deleted.
I don't think you can put links in the comments.
Well, unless he's talking about the tweet that Becky Lynch sent out.
Put links in the comments. Oh wait, hold
Someone
on.
mute that, Josh.
Yeah. Well, hey, I had to look on the YouTube channel here.
Oh yeah, by the way, also I know I'm jumping, but the 53rd anniversary of New Japan Pro Wrestling show is tonight.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
That is.
And we're having Hiroki Goto versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, nice. Uh-oh.
Anything else, Phil?
Extreme close up. Whoa!
That was awkward.
I know. I'm like, did we just get kicked off? But wow. All right, so now we're going into the men's. I
had to do it to myself, man. I had to do it to myself. Why not? We already played around. Look at it. Yay.
Now we go into the men's chamber match.
We didn't even talk about Sami Zayn KO, man. What did you honestly think? What did y'all really think about the match? Seriously,
I've seen it before. It was better. Their matches were way better in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I agree. It's just somebody just honestly is just like just.
I've seen it before. I mean, it was their older stuff was way better. Especially that ladder match they had in Ring of Honor.
Ladder Wars. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm sorry, but I prefer the indies over the FED, so sorry.
Even though it was a hardcore match and it was a WWE hardcore match,
which means it's mediocre.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I know.
Oh. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's me being an asshole.
Oh. Dickhead.
So you muted us?
No. Okay. It's a WWE hardcore match. I mean, hell, they got. I mean, they went. I mean, it was kind of crazy when they brought out the barbed wire chair. I'm like, okay, but honestly, it was
mid.
It
was peaking. It peaked, and the car crashed.
Yeah,
I got it. I feel you.
I mean, how many times are you gonna see Sammy and KO beat the living hell out of each other?
I get it. I understand.
They're frenemies.
But put it this way, Cody Rhodes took the color to which that match should have had. Put it that way.
You're time jumping.
I'm time jumping, but you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. But the men's chamber match was lackluster. Am I wrong?
What do you expect? It had what's his face in it? Logan Paul in it. So of course it was gonna suck.
Logan Paul deserves zero credit in that match. He couldn't lace the boots from the people who fucking put up the ring.
I mean, hell, there's actually a meme out there. Him and CM Punk, the spots that they did was actually mirroring the spots that he did with was it Hangman?
Yeah, Hangman,
or Hangman, yeah. Like verbatim, and I'm like, okay. So I guess that's how he's getting. I think what CM Punk pinned him, right? Yeah, CM Punk eliminated him, right? Yeah. Honestly, for the most part, without the Logan Paul, everybody else did their jobs.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. GAF, dude. I've been saying he's a gaff since freaking ever. He's generic as fuck, dude. Everybody's like, "Oh man, he's good, dude. He's a great guy. He tries. Dude, Bad Bunny, okay, is a rap star.
He wrestles better than Paul.
Phil gets it. Pat McAfee.
Some moron told me that he wrestles better than Dom. I'm like, Dominic has been around. I mean, Dominic may not be the best wrestler around the world, but at least he knows how to wrestle better. At least he knows the difference between a wrist lock from a wristwatch, unlike Logan Paul does. This guy's been around the business his entire life. Look,
yeah,
Dominic had.
Yeah, but Adam Page, Hangman does suck. I will say that.
He wished he was Hangman.
But Hangman got taken out by a clothesline.
Wow,
that's a generic move, and Hangman did get a concussion from a clothesline. Y'all remember that?
As far as I'm having Logan Paul, how green he is.
Moxley is the one who laid it on him. Y'all remember that?
Forgot about it. That's been a while.
Yeah, shit.
It just been a while since he could held his head up high for that.
But the thing about Punk though in this match alone, Punk
told the story.
Punk, he narrated a story. I don't know necessarily told it, but he narrated a story, and it was one-sided in my opinion. It was strictly one-sided. Oh yeah, I agree. But he to me, it felt force-fed heel.
Ooh.
Y'all didn't get that? Y'all didn't get that feel at all, did you?
What, for CM Punk going heel? No, because apparently the big surprise was at the end, which we'll get to.
But, I know, but the whole thing between him, McIntyre, and Rollins made Punk look like the heel because he narrated a story and it drove a wedge in the other two people. And that's what I don't understand is like, how can you narrate a story so badly where you're supposed to be this big ego and this good overall good guy and show people this good side of you, but 2 weeks ago on Raw, you're doing weird, mean shit to Sami Zayn, like you're not even on my level. Pointed at the WrestleMania sign.
Who? Punk saying that? Yeah, that's it. He did say that. Yeah.
And then during the Elimination Chamber match, doing all the heel shit against Heyman, Adam Page to Logan Paul. And then whenever Seth and then McIntyre got in there, started jaw jacking with them too.
Who pinned McIntyre?
I think Rollins did, didn't he? Hold on, I'll double check.
Who pinned Paul?
Give me a second, brothers.
Because I know he was the first one out. And
I hate that cowboy shtick that Page does. He's outstanding. He's his own dude. He's better.
Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins started the match and battered each other, dropping one another on the outside of the Visionary at one point, smashing the Scottish Warrior into CM Punk's pod.
Yeah. Honestly, you go on to WWE on Facebook, they actually got personal videos from everybody in their pods. And you hear CM Punk like, "Yeah, do it again, hit him again, hit him again, hit him again. Come on, show me something."
And Damian Priest entered the match third and squared off with McIntyre. And Logan Paul did the same with a high-flying springboard crossbody onto the Scottish Warrior. Cena exited his pod next and took out all four superstars, electrifying the crowd with a five-knuckle shuffle to the Maverick. Cena followed that up with an attitude adjustment on Paul, but he turned into a Claymore from McIntyre. In a stunning turn of events, the Scottish Warrior was caught in a roll-up from Priest and eliminated from the match. After McIntyre decked Priest, Paul scaled to the top of Punk's pod and hit a frog splash, eliminating the Archer of Infamy. The Second City Saint came out of his pod swinging and took out Paul, leading to Punk and Cena sharing a hug before Rollins smashed Punk from behind. Just moments later, Punk made good on his promise and put Paul to sleep with the GTS eliminating him. The final three superstars slugged it out. Cena and Punk formed a quick partnership, hitting in a heart attack as an homage to Canadian legend Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Punk and Cena proceeded to go right at each other, leading to an epic exchange that saw both superstars going for the win. After trading submission attempts, Cena called a flying crossbody and hit an AA, only for Punk to kick out. Cena scaled to the top rope, but was foiled by Rollins, who hit a buckle bomb onto the hellacious chamber wall before tossing Cena through a pod. Rollins began to target Punk, but he couldn't put him away even after a pedigree and a devastating stomp. Seemingly out of nowhere, Cena returned to the action, distracted Rollins long enough for Punk to hit GTS into an attitude adjustment, eliminating the Visionary and setting up an iconic final two. Deafening Toronto crowd cheered for both superstars. They delivered their best shot, but neither a GTS nor an attitude adjustment was enough to end the match. As Punk crawled to the outside, a furious Rollins returned to stomp his rival, allowing Cena to lock in an STF. Moments later, Punk passed out, sending Cena to WrestleMania 41. Then he sold the fuck out.
Oh, yes. Man, just oh man, I was watching some videos of YouTube reactors. Like a bunch of them was like, just like, I can't believe this is happening.
It was awesome, dude. It was epic.
Just that face he made. He's like, oh yeah.
What do you think about the national anthem getting booed in Canada? I'm not surprised.
For starters, why was it played? I mean,
You're supposed to be singing "Oh Canada."
Yeah, it was like it's in Canada. Why didn't they just start out with "Oh Canada"?
No wonder they booed. No wonder it got booed. I mean, wrong country.
Yeah. Well,
and that's the reason why Logan Paul came out with an American flag.
Well, I will say this, and this is me not time jumping, but I want to talk about a little bit of AEW that happened over that weekend. They signed a pay-per-view deal. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, with Prime.
Yes, with Amazon, right?
Yeah. How do y'all feel about that?
I'm happy for them.
I mean, I gotta get a subscription to Amazon now, so.
But you still have to pay for them.
Oh, you still have to pay?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. I use my website then.
Yeah, unlike some Prime Video offerings that are included with an Amazon Prime subscription, AEW pay-per-views will still need to be purchased, as has been the case with previous pay-per-views.
It makes
Revolution will be
sense.
priced at $50.
The pay-per-view, after all.
It's still too much.
Mr. I haven't paid for a pay-per-view since 1997.
Hey, blame my buddy for a cheater box.
True.
All the videotapes I showed last week, all on a cheater box.
I paid for a pay-per-view.
This happened also over the weekend. Did y'all see this? Harley Cameron was kicked off the Major League Pro show.
I heard about that. I'm saddened.
Major League Harley Cameron.
Yeah.
Maple Leaf Pro.
Maple Leaf Pro kicked her off. Well, Scott, this right here is what's been said. Scott D'Amore's Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling has amassed talent from across the landscape of professional wrestling at Mayhem. The event will feature wrestlers from AEW Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, NOAH, NWA, and even WWE ID. Unfortunately, one star from AEW is off the show. However, 3 more veterans from AEW were added.
Why was she kicked off, or is it professional, or is this scheduling conflict, or
possibly?
But after that happened, MLP broke news that Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Serena Deeb are coming to Mayhem.
So it all works out. Serena, I mean, I love the Deeps.
Oh,
the Deeps.
I have no problem with it, but if Harley Cameron couldn't do the show, she couldn't do the show.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta love the professor, don't you, Josh?
Yes.
All right. So here we go. Right, night one.
And the Kingdom are a good tag team. So yeah. I mean,
so night one we'll have NWA World's Heavyweight Championship Tom Latimer versus the Nomad Bishop Dyer, also known as Baron Corbin.
That's cool.
I'm careless.
You hate Baron Corbin, don't you, man?
Dude, he's a terrible act, dude. He's a terrible act. MLP Women's Canadian Championship Tournament quarterfinal matches, and then Kato Kiyomiya versus Sheldon.
Kiyomiya.
Yeah.
He was the guy that did that shoot on Okada and he fucked around and found out a couple years back. That was him.
And then night two is MLP Women's Canadian Championship Tournament semifinal matches. And then you have the Champions Grill Championship, which is Rohan Raja versus Rich Swann. Also scheduled to appear are PCO, Kushida, Kevin Knight, Taiji Ishimori, Billy Gunn, QT Marshall, Johnny Swinger, Blake Christian, Stu Grayson, Alex Zane, Psycho Mike Rollins, Brett Banks, Michael Allen Richard Clark, Aiden Prince, Bhavinder Gujar, Reverso, Mo Jabari, Rohit Raju, and Darren McCarty. The women's side includes...
I'm surprised he's even booking PCO.
Scott D'Amore and PCO are very close.
Yeah. There's a relationship there, man.
Yeah, but still, that's...
I know you. Well, knowing he's friends with Scott D'Amore, so I'm sure he won't go pull a stunt like he did at GCW.
And on the women's side includes Giselle Shaw, Kylie Ray, Aurora Teves, Zoe Sager, which is WWE ID, Lainey Luck, Taylor Rising, and Bay Moss. Commentary duties will be handled by Mauro Ranallo, Don Callis, Jade Chung, and Sam Laterna.
I even heard that Megan Bain wrestled at WWE ID last weekend.
She can't.
She's under contract, bro.
Yeah, she's under contract. I mean,
Yeah, I know she wrestled at GCW. She wrestled at WWE ID during the weekend.
well,
At
okay, well,
GCW show.
well, she said she wrestled somebody in GCW that has a WWE contract. That's a different story.
WWE ID contract. There's a WWE ID there. I mean, there's a loophole. Because they're not really signed by WWE yet.
Okay. Okay, so what else?
So we go back to Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw, fucking the best promo I ever seen Punk cut. God, he ripped everybody's ass on that one.
And when he talked about a fake title, it made me think of the Real World Championship.
But yeah, he he ripped everybody, and it's like this him and Seth. That's like I put it on Facebook and be like, now that's how you open up a damn Raw, man.
It is. It really is.
And it's Seth Rollins, him and Seth Rollins is beating the shit out of each other all over the arena.
Dude, I'm going to say this, and this is me not saying anything mean to Punk at all. Embrace the hate, bro. Embrace the hate.
Or go heel?
Hell yeah, dude. You're saying he shouldn't go heel?
I think after WrestleMania, maybe. After WrestleMania.
Could you see?
Oh, yeah, I can see him. I can see him going heel. That ain't going to be a problem.
But what's going to happen after these storylines run out on WWE, man? Because they're so good right now. They're trying to find the next thing that's going to click, like it's going to start over again for them, and they can't find that one banger. Have you noticed they're kind of looking for it?
Well, honestly, the thing with Punk and Rollins right now, I mean, next Monday is going to be a cage match. I'm like, why don't you save that for WrestleMania? That's a WrestleMania match right there, because they know that them two were gonna tear the fucking house down on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, the way they should do this, man, and this is just my personal opinion, is Punk, whatever he goes towards, that should be your next story, right? That should be your next story. Because the Punk story, I mean, the Cena storyline is going to be done, one and done. Yeah, he might beat Cody, but then he's losing that title before the end of the year. He ain't going to retire with that bitch. They're not going to give him a Sting send-off. I'm sorry. They're not going to do that for John Cena.
No. If he wins it, he's losing it Monday.
I don't think he'll lose it that quick. I think he will lose it around Survivor Series.
Well, ain't WrestleMania his last match?
No. It's his last WrestleMania.
So, Survivor Series, him holding it that long? He's gonna. They're gonna. He even said that's a 6-month run. It's like, yeah.
He can do the same schedule as Brock Lesnar.
Cena wants to go out with a fucking bang. Here's the thing I see it as. Cena's retiring this year. He wants to go out with a fucking bang. End of story. Am I right, Mike?
I agree, Phil. I don't think he's going to drop it at SummerSlam, not the Punk. I'm going to tell you who I think he's going to lose it to, and that's going to blow people's minds. He's going to lose it to the Rock.
Our father in wrestling. I'm just kidding.
He's not losing it to Christian.
I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I was just making.
Hey, before this is over, we're doing an AEW Revolution freaking pick'em. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say. Because there's a lot of screwy shit happening there.
With Wheeler Yuta, I know.
Well, that too. I ain't worried about him. I can give 2 fucks about Wheeler.
He's a great wrestler.
We'll get to that. Right now, we're working on Cena shit. Cena is not going to drop the title at SummerSlam. And the person that beat Cena is going to be The Rock. Because The Rock is going to be like, you know what? You sold your soul to me. You're in it. I know you're in it. You've been in it for 26, 27, hell, 100 years. You've been a WWE guy. But now let The Rock take the reins.
You mean he's going to do the finger poke of doom?
I don't think that's going to happen, Josh. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to have a match. It's going to be screwy as shit. Cena's going to lose to The Rock. Weird as fuck. And then you hear the music of the one tribal chief. The Rock is way too busy, but he is never too busy for a title run. But he isn't going to hold it for very long. He isn't going to hold it till like a whole year. And you're not going to wait until what's going to happen is day 1/1/2026, he's going to lose that title to Roman Reigns. And then Roman Reigns is going to start feuding with Punk, and Punk's going to go up to him and go, remember that favor, Paul? And then, boom, things are going to click. Pieces are going to get moved. Punk's going to get his own way. Punk's going to get this. Punk's going to get that. Paul Heyman's going to lean one way. But what will really be cool is if he really fucks over CM Punk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my buddy said he disagrees. They made title runs more pretty lengthy. It's not the Vince Russo era.
Yeah, I agree. But this title, if you take it off Cody Rhodes, you got to keep Cody Rhodes cold quickly. And the best way to do that is change the titles very, very quickly. Because if you change the titles very quickly, Cody Rhodes never got a chance to get that title back. He never got his rematch. So in the beginning of 2026, road to WrestleMania, I never really got my rematch. That starts to resurface, and you see that climb coming right back out. That's what I honestly believe. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, that's cool too. And I'd be okay with that. But the way the booking is going right now, that's what they're leaning towards. Because that's the only way I'm looking at it, dude. I'm seeing a Roman Reigns CM Punk feud with Paul Heyman in the middle. And it's going to be for the title. And unless The Rock completely swerves us and never takes the title and has John Cena face Roman Reigns, his cousin, and Reigns demolishes him, then our tribal chief is the champion before the end of 2025.
Well, I know Cena can destroy him on the mic. I know that.
Cena is going to destroy anybody right now on the mic for his heel Cena, dude. It's game over. It's game over.
No, not that one. We're getting the hustle. Thugonomics. I like how Punk called them both bald bastards. I'm like, oh! I'm like, God dang, you might want to look up Brian Urlacher and go to the hair clubs for men, man. I'm like, shit.
Jesus, dude. But I will say this on Cena's behalf, dude. It's about damn time Cena got some balls and came out with the fucking way he's coming out, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm happy for him. I can't look for. I'm very excited for Peacemaker season 2. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about season 3, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So
I just want to know how they're going to tie. Side note: I want to know how they're going to tie that Peacemaker season with all the new stuff that's going on.
What new stuff? Aquaman?
No. Technically, Technically, Peacemaker was like in that same realm of the Justice League and all that, but all that is scrapped now. It's garbage. It's gone. What they're rebooting everything in DC.
Oh yeah, no, they are like the new Superman movies coming out, and also they're still working on. I think like after the Clayface, they're gonna reveal who's gonna be playing Batman in the because Robert Pattinson is not playing the Batman in the main universe. That's Elseworlds basically.
Yeah.
This Batman's going to be a little bit older, and they're going to bring in Damian Wayne. Find out that Damian Wayne is his son with Talia al Ghul.
Well, I'm gonna put a pause here.
Yeah, that's all long story stuff. But
yeah. But I have been playing DCU online again.
I even love the fact they brought back the old logo, the one I grew up with.
Yeah. Let's see.
Right,
Make it a triple threat. Brock Lesnar takes it. Brock Lesnar is not coming back to WWE, and I'm happy about it because I'm tired of seeing his ass.
Well, all right. So
he was a worthless champion.
Especially when what he did to Nakamura in Japan.
Well, that too. So stay with Monday night. We get Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky.
I did not see that one coming.
I did.
I did.
So
I did not see it coming until right when she looked at Bianca and said, "I'll see you at WrestleMania." I was like, "She's dropping the damn title." I thought the whole match she was going to take it, and she's going to go WrestleMania and wrestle Bianca. But right when she looked at Bianca and said, "I'll see you at WrestleMania," she's dropping the title. So I was like, man, I was like, wow. So Io Sky and Bianca.
But people want to see Rhea versus Bianca. They're pushing it off. They're testing some waters here, dude. And it's very, very, very choppy in these waters. These fans are not happy about Rhea dropping that title, bro. Those fans are adamant, man. They're like, what the that's some bullshit. And I'm like,
it's like they're playing. I hate to say it. I know what you mean. They're kind of playing hot potato with the women's world title. And Triple H used to didn't do that when he was running NXT, the Black and Gold.
I got a feeling it's going to be a triple threat match.
It is, and I think Rhea's going to take it. And then she's going to step
it's
over.
It's going to make Io look weak.
No, it ain't. Io's going in as champion. How is she going to look weak?
I mean, a short reign.
So that doesn't make you look weak. What makes you look weak is if they don't give you, like they did with freaking Harley Cameron in AEW versus Mercedes Moné. That's how they make you look weak. In your home country, for fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they make people look weak.
And a small-ass ring.
Again about that goddamn ring.
I mean, shoot. Come on, man. Guys, if you go back and look at the freaking cameramen were taller than the fucking ring.
True story. I mean, come on, Phil.
The ring doesn't bother me one bit. I've seen small rings before in the indies.
Okay, Phil. This is a multi-billion-dollar company we're talking about.
And they couldn't send the right dimensions.
Dude, I'm gonna put it like this, Phil.
It was a mistake. Something's happened.
It reminds me of when TNA goes, "Hey, let's go Mad Max. Let's go get a pterodon and put a bunch of people in it, and the only way to win is escape the top."
It sounds like those Vince Russo on a pole matches in WCW.
It's AEW should have never done that. If they knew that was fixing to happen, pull plug, dude. Pull the fucking plug. You say, you know what? We fucked up. That's all you had to say is, we fucked up, and then go on about our lives. put it on the dynamite and say, hey, this is Grand Slam, blah, blah, blah. Sorry about Australia. We'll get to you never. We'll get to you never. Because I'm serious. If I was Tony Khan and that shit happened, you think I'm going back to fucking Australia? No. Fuck no. Not only did you make me look like a cheapskate, you made me look like a fucking punk, and then you jabbed your fingers so far up my ass to make me see if I had coins for breakfast. No, thank you. I'm not going back to Australia. Fuck that shit.
Going back to England.
Fuck, dude. You know where I made my money? England, bruv. And you know what? They love us there. You know why? We have the best wrestler in the world, and he's from England. Now,
so it's basically someone in England, in Australia, that's basically trying to screw TK over.
I don't know if it was that, honestly, Phil, but dude, there's a lot of fucking going on, and Tony Khan took the blunt of it. He took it right up the poop chute, buddy. Fist, hammer, mayonnaise, and all. Poop.
I really don't give a shit about the ring, to be honest.
It ain't just about the ring, bro. It just isn't about the ring. Look at the venue they put them in.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put a timeout right there for a second. All right.
And to announce that we are sponsored by W.
For the foreseeable future.
If you're W Energy Drinks at W.GG and use our promo code Ringside Rants, 10% off, all caps. All right. Go.
All right. So this past Sunday, I went to an event called Winter Jam.
I do agree that they should make Raymart like NXT, you know?
Yeah, that'd be better. But Phil, you ever heard of Winter Jam?
No, I haven't.
Josh, you ever heard of Winter Jam?
No.
Okay, it's a Christian rock concert / festival. There's 8 bands playing, and tickets are like $15. And they were in this place called the Mitchell Center, which WWE Raw has been at the Mitchell Center before. And it's a pretty big place. It's pretty wide open. It can host around 4,000 people. Well, Mobile, Alabama showed up for Winter Jam. We sold it out. Right? And I was looking around, dude. There was not an empty seat. And they're all worshiping Jesus and all this stuff. I went there for Skillet. I'm not even going to say I went there for anything other than Skillet, because I didn't. I went there for Skillet. And watching this show reminded me of wrestling. And I will tell you why. Because watching this show, looking around and having 0 empty seats, reminded me of what Raw looked like this past Monday. Am I right, Josh? Did you see any empty chairs on Monday Night Raw?
No.
How about in AEW last Wednesday and tonight? How many empty chairs you see?
None. I didn't see any empty.
I didn't see no empty chairs tonight.
Not a lot.
But it was a small venue too.
It was a good venue though.
Small don't mean good. Small means I'm doing better than most. I'm going to be honest with you, Phil. If you're a multi-billion-dollar company and you're having to go play in shows like GCW is doing or another indie promotion is doing, are you really doing good?
They're doing a lot better than most promotions are.
Even
in country, be honest. It being in that small of a venue, was you kind of like yay, or was you like, this is?
I liked it. I like smaller venues.
All right, hey Phil, I got a question for you. You're going to go see Metallica. Would you want to go see them in a bar or an event that's like?
Not really a bar, because you expect Metallica, but the venue wasn't that bad though. It kind of reminded me.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on timeout right there, Phil. You just said what I wanted you to say. I think Josh caught on too.
Mm-hmm.
AEW should not be playing in bars. AEW should be playing in big venues.
Well, they are playing at the Crypto Arena, and for the pay-per-view. That's where the Lakers play.
Yeah, you know how many people they stuff in that arena? Maximum 10 grand.
They're almost sold out.
Home of the Lakers. But yeah, well here, country, since you were at the most recent AEW show, what do you think of their presentation of a show in that small venue? Was it? I mean, he showed me pictures. He had good seats, but at the same time, was it? Would you say that was a great show, or was it just,
He's gonna be biased because he was good because he had great seats, and I don't blame him.
Yeah. Well,
That's a pretty good venue. I like it because that reminds me of like the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah, you got to see. I got to see him with his cousin's with his cousin's son. So he was on the camera. So it was a good because it was a full house of fans that wanted to see that product.
Okay. Now, country, you were there. You're going to the Double or Nothing show as well. Which I think a Double or Nothing show is in a bigger venue than the one in Phoenix. I do have a question though. Did it feel like everything was put on a smaller stage, or did it feel like it was as big as it would have been in a different arena?
It's an old NHL venue.
Yeah. The old NHL venues didn't hold a lot of people though, Phil.
No, that's why they tore down the old,
That's why they tore down the Hartford Whalers, man. The Hartford Whalers Stadium held like 2,200 people tops.
I like this though. Like, kind of reminds me of like some of the indie venues, and AEW has like the indie feel out. That's what I love about it.
But they're not an indie fed, dude. They're more like
honestly. I agree with that. They're not an indie.
I know they're not indie though, but they have the indie feel about it.
They shouldn't have that. They should never have that.
So you want them to be like WWE boring?
No, dude, you're not hearing me. If you're going to be an alternative to WWE, be a fucking alternative. Don't be like, hey, we got indie guys, so we're going to do indie shit on a bigger scale because we can do that. Dude, if I want to watch indie wrestling, GCW is where it's at, dude. I mean, seriously, PWG. I mean, MLW, NWA for fuck's sake. You know, that's indie level shit.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor, indie level shit. AEW, grandstand that shit.
Okay, it's like a super indie show.
Okay, they've been doing that since 2019.
Yeah.
They need to grow up then. It's going to take something to get there, and I understand that, but they need to start working towards that. But you're saying that, they just need to play small venues. All right, you're paying a guy $20 million, and you're not even making house money coming in because you're playing in a venue that holds 5,000 people. You're not paying that guy's fucking salary with that.
Yeah.
There ain't no fucking way. But you're telling me that's cool. You're not making any money, but kudos to you for doing what I like.
AEW also has zero.
You have MJF. You got let's see.
Zero. They're not homegrown, bro. He's not homegrown.
WWE barely has any homegrown talent. I mean, they're for example. I mean,
God, you really need that smack machine back.
oh, I forgot. There's some of their stars are also ex AEW talent now.
Phil, have you not seen what WWE NXT is doing? NIL people that don't have any experience wrestling whatsoever.
Greenhorns that can't tell the difference between a wrestler from a wristwatch.
Okay, so Liv Morgan's one of those people. Oh, another one. Alexa Bliss is another one of those talents.
Charlotte.
No, yeah, Charlotte was one of those talents. There's another one, Sasha Banks.
I thought
Bailey.
They
Bailey's
wrestled in the Indies before they went to NXT, though.
Who did?
Bailey and Sasha?
Where?
I think I forgot what it's called. Something called
Now I know Becky Lynch. She started out in England.
They did start out in the Indies before Sasha.
Before she came to
Sasha
NXT.
and Bailey started out in the Indies before they went to NXT.
Becky did. I know that over in Ireland. But
yeah, she did.
But the thing is, very, very, very small percentage of people knew who Becky, or not Becky, well, that one too, Becky, Bailey, or Sasha was in the Indies. I guarantee you. Mm-hmm. Another one. What was the guy that had the selfie stick? What was his name? Tyler Breeze.
Oh, yeah. Austin Theory.
Homegrown.
Tyler Breeze, yeah. Tyler Breeze homegrown, yeah.
Tyler Breeze was homegrown. Baron Corbin, homegrown.
Yeah, you hate him.
Oh, I bet you that hurt to say that.
hate is a strong word. I highly dislike Baron Corbin. As a person, I think he's a great guy, dude. His gimmick is shit. His gimmick is terrible. It ranks up here with Bull Dempsey.
Well, this WWE gimmick, I'm waiting to see how his Indies is going to go.
I hope good.
I wish the best for him. You know, I hope he turns his career around. You know, whatever he does, I wish the best for him.
And here's another one.
Just posted up a thing here. It says, who in AEW has enough star power to sell 15K venues?
Nobody. That's the problem. They could have people like that if they invested in the right kind of fucking shit. Hell, dude, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Mox could sell 15K venues if it was pushed properly.
Yeah.
Ospreay could sell 15K arenas if it was pushed properly. Omega could sell 15K arenas if it was pushed properly. They're not pushing them properly because it's AEW. It's whatever's hot now won't be hot in 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's why I always kept saying is like, you got one guy wearing too many hats. He needs to hire writers. He needs to hire other people. So he can do a poke and fucking making shit up on the fly.
And when he had them, though, Josh, he fucked them over, dude, because he's like, oh, yeah, I got you here to do this. Basically, what he was doing was poaching talent because he didn't want WWE to have them so he could sit there and say, oh, we got this person. Big Show, oh, yeah, we got Paul White. No more BS.
Where's he at? He's
been helping out. He's been helping out talent in Ring of backstage.
Yeah, he's happy with his role in AEW, and I'm okay with that. He had a big sour taste come out of his mouth from WWE, dude. He really did.
Really?
And yeah. So did Mark Henry, but Mark Henry was like, "This is bullshit. I got to get the hell away from here." And
they only had to pop up there, and it's time for the main event.
Dude, he felt like he was being used as a clown, and he was. I mean, think about it. Name one thing Mark Henry did in AEW that makes you go, man, I can't. Man, I'm glad Mark Henry was in AEW.
Yeah, he only did like a few commentary and stuff, so that's it. Mark Henry isn't really.
His commentary skills was not good.
No, I mean he could have been like, oh, would you stop with that? Oh God, that was
Well,
Sexual
fuck-
Chocolate was awesome, dude. But
he was funny.
yeah, but what I'm saying is AEW should have capitalized on some of this talent that they had. They didn't capitalize on Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. They didn't capitalize on Dean Malenko. They didn't capitalize on any of the shit that they had going on backstage.
well,
Dean Malenko's
Dean
Malenko's not, his health's not as good though, unfortunately. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I understand that though, Phil. I get it, but Jerry Lynn's is.
Jerry Lynn is actually a great producer for a lot of matches. Don't give me that look.
No, they need some more people, man. They need some more.
They need help.
They need
They
help.
need help from 4-pound 8-ounce baby Jesus, who they need help from.
Yeah, I just don't want them to turn into a 3-ring circus. That's the thing.
I said they had something great with Miro. He was
the Redeemer. They really did. The Redeemer. He was Can't Miss TV.
Oh, did you hear New Jack is making his appearance in a WWE video game?
We'll get to that. There's a lot to uncover on with that, but
because he ain't the only one either. There's a lot of ECW stars in that game.
And TNA.
Yes.
Oh, did you hear about a Clay coming back?
We'll talk about this. We'll talk about that in a minute, Phil, man. We're right now talking about what the fuck are we talking about? AEW right now. Yeah. Let's get there.
You're talking about how it should be like WWE 2.0.
No, dude.
Hell, they're not even NXT right now, man.
Dude, they're not even. Dude, they're barely. And I don't know, God. They're TNA 2005, bro.
That was actually a good year for TNA.
Are you?
So what happened to Wardlow? Dude was a killer. Booked right over MJF, and then poof. Wardlow. Honestly, yeah, he's a killer in the ring, but no mic skills, man. He gets no talent after that.
It's
show up, powerbomb, leave.
He has much charisma as Sid Justice did in the ring.
There you go. Honestly, I agree with that.
Without the crazy eyes and the shaky neck and
he's the type of wrestler that he needs a manager to speak for him. He needs somebody to speak for him.
And you know who would make a great manager for Wardlow if they allow it?
Jake Snake.
Fuck no.
Stokely?
No.
Paul Ellering.
He's on commentary, bro.
Paul Ellering.
No, neither one. No. Nigel motherfucking McGuinness.
I don't see. I mean, yeah, that would be good, but I don't see Nigel manager.
Sort of like how Dog Palace does with Takeshita. It helps. He's basically his language barrier.
Yeah,
he basically breaks the language barrier.
I mean, think about it, man. Wardlow has Nigel
was the voice for Yokozuna.
Stokely with Wardlow would be entertainment, like a train wreck. I mean, it would be. I'm gonna tell you how great it's gonna be.
A train wreck. The train appeared.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how great that would be. It'd be like Harvey Whippleman managing the Bully.
Bully Ray?
No, the Bully back in WWF early 90s. And his manager was Harvey Whippleman.
Oh, you mean Downtown Bruno?
Oh, good God. Nah, jeez.
Or even better yet, having Harvey Whippleman manage Mantar. That happened.
Giant Gonzalez. He was a manager of Giant Gonzalez too.
None of this shit is entertaining. None of it. Why do you think they fucking fired them all? Like, oh, you gotta get the fuck off my roster. You're terrible. I mean, Harvey Wellman, huh? No one cares. This big around with no fucking charisma. And he looked like a crackhead. I couldn't stand him come across my television as a 12-year-old kid. I was like, who the fuck are you? And why should I care? And I didn't care. And why are you managing a guy called the Bully? Like, he should be bullying you, dude. Like, he should be beating your ass for talking for him. Literally. It's fucking terrible.
But it all sums up as that AEW really just needs to do some major changes. They need to do some major changes.
Oh, you're talking about
apparently whatever the Young Bucks and Omega are doing behind the scenes, it's not working.
They have no control over that.
You're talking about America's Top Team, or yeah, and that was shit. What is that man's name? Something. I forget his something.
They do have the stories going on.
Dan something. Dan something.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
I kind of like what's going on right now in AEW.
All right. Again, this is getting an old age question. What is the only title worth of that people care about right now in AEW?
The women.
I care about the World Championship.
The fuck you do, Phil. The fuck you do.
Yes,
you're an ass. You just want to be that guy, and that's bullshit. 99.99999% of the people are going to say that it's the women's championship only because the men's championship doesn't mean shit. Oh, it's because we don't see it. No, nobody cares.
For yourself.
Yeah, nobody cares. Honestly, it's
I care.
The reason why is because the story died 3 months ago.
It died as soon as Hurt Syndicate showed up on television.
Yeah.
Takesha, the guy is great. Takesha is great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the man's. That's not the main.
What Justin said. That's all I said.
No, the storyline for whatever they were trying to do with Moxley and all them, it died 3 months ago when the Hurt Syndicate showed up. Then
television, everybody's like, "Death who?"
And nothing fruition came from this. Is like, we're changing this, we're doing this, we're doing it. I'm like, okay, and
nothing new.
And it is like, the story died, and it's like that's why nobody cares. I mean, hell, they're gonna put the title on Copeland. Like this weekend, it's like this is how it's gonna go down. They're gonna put Copeland's gonna win, take the title. They're gonna show the title for the first time in months. And then our fathers
are crazy. Everybody's gonna go crazy. It's gonna be in a million pieces. It's in a briefcase, and that thing ain't held together very goodly. I can guarantee you that. It's probably gonna be fucking tarnished.
Actually, that would actually be pretty cool. They open it up and the tiles just all smashed to pieces. Because there's no way that fucking title fit in that briefcase.
They'll probably have to get like a bigger
or what's even better will be even better will be like a contract, not even a contract, but a place.
Oh, the Death Riders are going to be broken up. I cannot wait for them to get rid of. WWE has too many titles.
All right. First of all,
I don't want to hear it.
AEW Ring of Honor has. All right, let's go start with Ring of Honor. You have the men's, women's.
I don't want to hear it.
No, hold on.
Phil.
It's true. You know it's true. The only titles I don't care for are the trios titles. Why even have them? Why?
No, that's not even defended. I think I seen the AEW the men's was only. I think it was only defended once in what 4 or 5 months.
If you think they have too many
Who are
titles,
the
you
shoe
check out
titles?
CMLL.
Who holds it? Oh yeah, that's
If you
right.
think they have
Death
too many
Riders.
titles, if you think they have too many titles, check out CMLL. They have too many belts. I don't want to hear it.
Nobody cares about CMLL. No one
Speak
cares
for
about
yourself.
AAA. 90% of the American population that isn't Spanish speaking doesn't care about any of the other companies like that. Just like New Japan.
I don't
I
care.
love New Japan.
Well, then good for them. I am not like the other Americans.
I agree. But not all
Japan
those
has a lot of
titles are.
fucking titles too.
Fuck the
Yeah.
mainstream. Fuck those casuals.
I'm not a casual fan. I've been a hardcore fan for almost 40 years of my life. And I will honestly say that I am a fan of all wrestling genres. And it's just like music. There's some heavy metal, there's some punk rock, there's some country, there's some rock and roll, there's some folk, there's a little bit of comedy, there's a little bit of everything, man. There's every genre of wrestling you can think of, it's out there. And just like wrestling, it's the same way. As WWE is pop rock, AEW should have been alternative, but it's not. It's soft rock. Oh, it is. It's so soft rock, dude. If WWE is Taylor Swift, AEW is Cyndi Lauper.
Damn. I would have gone that low on the
I was
totem.
considered to be more like kind of like I don't know, like punk. No, wait, that's more Hood Slam. Hood Slam is more like Gwar.
Hood Slam is more. Yeah,
Gwar.
it's more. Yeah, it's Gwar.
I was consider AEW kind of like heavy metal.
AEW is Lizzo.
I don't know, man. Lizzo's got some fire in her, man. She's more hip hop though, man, and R&B.
AEW's kind of more.
You know what? I was wrong. It's not Cyndi Lauper, man. It's Bryan Adams. There we go.
Now, I always considered it to be kind of like not really underground, but kind of heavy though. Kind of more Alice in Chains or like Metallica or something.
But AEW?
Yes, they are the alternative.
They can build themselves that all they want, but the ratings don't say that.
They're getting good streams though. Who cares? I thought you didn't care about the ratings.
I don't care about rating systems. Ratings in general, I usually don't care about, Phil.
You sound like these guys, these morons on Twitter, though, dude. Come on.
No, man. Oh, that's even.
Hey, I like ICP.
I wouldn't even go that far, man. I would say if WWE is Metallica, AEW is
Megadeth.
Oh God, no, that's terrible.
I actually like Megadeth. The Megadeth doesn't bother me.
Dude. It's
honestly, that is the best comparison.
That's not a bad comparison. That's not a bad comparison at all. Like Megadeth has some bangers.
No, I'm going to go one better. If WWE is Metallica, AEW is Trivium.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Trivium. I like some Trivium. I saw them live. They're great live.
And Trivium is a cult. Trivium is a very, very big cult. And ICP has a cult following. Yes, that is very true. I'd rather go to an ICP show than I would a Trivium show.
I wouldn't mind either. They're both pretty good. That'd be a tough decision though. Like I have to flip for it if I went to like a trivia or an ICP show though.
But here it is. Trivium or Metallica? Oh, Metallica's playing? Where?
Trivium. No.
Sure, he's probably playing like at a smaller venue.
No,
Thing is, I
no.
don't like big. I mean, I don't mind big arena crowds, but sometimes I don't like. I don't know. Just something special about those small venues, though. You know.
And if you want to go punk rock,
I got you on this now. WWE Metallica, AEW Exodus.
That's fucking badass. I love East of Exodus. I saw it live.
How about this one? WWE is Metallica.
Oh, shitty band.
AEW is Iron Maiden.
Fucking A.
AEW is Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Well, they did play at Wembley, almost sold out. Makes sense.
They still have stadiums, so it's like people. No, I don't see the comparison on that one.
When is Maiden?
anyways,
When
okay.
is Maiden done in the last 20 years? Dang, that's what I'm trying to get across.
I'm sure AEW is eventually going to have to change. You're right. Maybe they're going to probably change. They probably will come out with better shows. I hope they do.
There you go. I agree with that.
That's terrible. I've seen them live. It's god awful.
Well, Godsmack, but I would compare to that.
Dude, Godsmack is terrible live. You ever seen Godsmack live? It's terrible.
Yeah, I actually seen them a couple times. They're good.
It's not
It
good.
was good. I had a good experience.
I did too.
I was there with the gargoyle statues. It was not that great.
I saw him open up live for Metallica. I saw him open up for Metallica in New Orleans. That was like 21
Actually,
years
the worst show I could honestly say I've seen. Disturbed.
I can go one better.
Great. I'll give it to them on this. CD, great. Live, I mean, they performed great live, but for some reason, it doesn't grab me live. I can't explain it. I really can't explain it.
The worst show I've ever seen live was Butthole Surfers.
I like Butthole Surfers.
Oh, I think they're a great band, dude. Don't get me wrong, but seeing them live was fucking god awful too. Dude,
I'm sorry.
The Deftones.
Deftones are terrible, dude. Terrible live.
The third time I saw Disturbed, they were awful. They were just sounded horrible live.
I figured it out, dude. I have figured it out.
I don't want to know. I'm afraid of this.
WWE is Metallica. AEW is Post Malone.
That is awful.
True story, bro.
Yeah, we'll see.
See? You know why I'm saying it too. You already have a good clue why I'm saying it, because they changed
the
weather.
the
Goes country, rock, hip hop. You don't know what the fuck he wants to do. Neither does AEW.
just
anyways, okay, let's get back into wrestling. I know we AEW was tonight. Honestly,
the go home show.
It was supposed to be the go home show, and it was like, go back and rewrite this shit. I approve the angle with Wheeler Yuta. We've seen it coming. It's about time. It's like fucking started saying "fuck you," I'm out of here. It's about time of that. But other than that, I didn't watch the last match because I had to go do something. So if anyone watched that,
let's go back.
I actually agree with that. WWE is master of puppets.
Or Reload.
Pretty fun.
I don't know, actually, like some of the songs on Reload.
Bro, you were. What happened to Phil? Josh?
Yeah, I hooked rabbit ears up, man.
Is he lagging on your end too?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
that sucked bad.
well, so until he comes back, I got some stuff to show that I picked up wrestling related.
Go for it.
And Country was with me when we went to the show. Judgment Day 98. I finally found it. I cannot find this on DVD at all. I can only find it on VHS.
That's awesome, dude.
I'm back.
And
Yeah,
this is the infamous. This is where it all started. Where Vince McMahon first started. You're fired.
Yep.
At this pay-per-view.
Damn it. All right, there we go.
And I can't. And it's like I can't find this on DVD. I can't find this at all.
When I have it on VHS, though, bro.
Hey,
Does it have tape? Hey, does it have tape rot?
No, it's all good.
He's like, no, it's all good, bro. I promise. It's all good. All right, cool. So the next question.
Another thing I purchased.
What did we get?
Dominic Mysterio. Cool. I only got it. See, that event had the loudest Undertaker entrance ever. Those explosions were nuts. Yeah, we were pretty close to that. We were in the upper balcony. We were close to the entrance. So all the pyro that was going off, like boom, 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 it was like right. We were pretty like close to it.
Dang, that's crazy.
But yeah, I did pick up finally found this Dominic Mysterio. Only added it to my Hispanic collection that I have down in my bar here. So
that's cool. That's cool. So whenever Phil gets back, we'll do our Revolution picks.
Okay.
Do we have a clue what the card looks like? You there, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I just need to reload it and everything. Sorry about that, guys. I hate when that
dude,
shit
don't sweat it, brother. Hey, since you're back, and I know I want to. Can you hear us good?
Yeah, you guys are crystal.
Okay. All right. So let's go over the card for Revolution.
All right.
What did you guys think of Dynamite tonight?
Meh.
I like the story, like how I'm glad. I do agree with Justin. I do agree with you that the Death Stars need to break up, and I hope it does break up, and they could just end this. I think once after Revolution, they need to restart it.
All right, so we have a 0 hour match. Y'all want to start with that?
Yeah, sure.
We're going to have Orange Cassidy, Big Boom AJ, and Mark Briscoe versus Johnny TV and MXM Connection.
That's a good start to the pay-per-view.
I agree.
I'm
going to say Orange Cassidy on that one.
Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe. It's just not the same. I love Mark. It's just not the same without Jay.
I'm gonna go against you guys, man. I'm gonna go with Johnny TV and M&M Connection or MXM Collection.
You would.
I like Johnny TV, man. I like
Johnny TV is awesome. I love Johnny TV. I even love Johnny Mundo, Johnny Elite, Johnny Impact. Even I even love MXM Collection. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
And these guys really were put in a 4-side team and they made it work and everything. And I love they even took the gimmick to AEW, and even though they're not homegrown talent, they're still entertaining.
Yeah. And then we're going to start the show off with the AEW Continental Championship. Brody King versus Okada.
Okada's going to win.
As much as I want Brody King to take it, I do. And they need to push Brody King. God,
I hope.
I don't see them dropping the Okada. I don't see Okada dropping it.
Brody needs to win that.
Officially, I want to say I want Brody King to win, but officially, Okada's not dropping it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm going with King, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm going with King. I'm riding with King. And if they do not push Brody King as this monster heel, or a heel, not a heel, but a monster guy, they need to push him as for what do they call now? The
Hounds of Hell.
Dude, if you're gonna give them a badass name like that, push the shit out these guys, dude.
Yeah.
Use them. Okada doesn't need.
They are using big guys a whole lot better now these days.
But Okada doesn't need a championship, bro.
You're right. He doesn't need it.
If Okada drops it, that means he's going for something bigger.
It makes sense. I agree with that. He could possibly either go for the TNT or possibly the International Championship.
Which we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
So the next match we got is Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet.
Ooh,
number one contenders match for the AEW World Championship.
I don't see them pushing Ricochet just yet. They're doing good. He's coming into his own, but I don't see him
beating Swerve
title. So I'm going with Swerve.
Same.
I'll ride with Ricochet for a minute. I think that Prince Nana's going to turn on Swerve, costing him the match, putting Ricochet over the top.
Really? Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good theory. I like this.
Yeah.
And the next match, we're going to have MJF versus Hangman Adam Page.
I'm going to have to go with MJF.
And before anybody says anything, we'll come back to that match because I have a lot to say about this, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't agree with this match at all. This match does not belong on this fucking card, period. That's all I'm going to say for now. We'll come back to it. So nobody pick anything yet. I'll tell you why it doesn't belong on this card. Just let me finish this.
Country says Ricochet has to go over. This annoying heel of him is gaining
steam. Over.
Yeah.
Here comes the rant in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so
wait. This rant is sponsored by W. Get your W energy drinks at w.gg. Use our promo code Ringside Rants. All right.
Like I said, I want to come back to this, man. Let's skip this for now, and I'll do my rant at the end because when I do my rant, you're gonna understand why it doesn't fit on this fucking card. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a dynamite match, maybe a collision match, and I'll tell you why as soon as we move forward. The AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Outrunners versus the Hurt Syndicate.
That's a tough one. I like both the tag teams.
As much as I like the Outrunners,
they're not going to lose the titles to them guys.
Yeah. The Hurt Syndicate's not going to drop that.
No,
unfortunately. Because I really like, I love their promos. They have this 80s nostalgia feel to them, and they're just, don't get me wrong, the Outrunners, they're great.
Outrunners would be legendary. I love them. You would.
I agree. The Outrunners are awesome. I love when they do that. You son of a bitch. Like, when.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, like when Arnold and Carl Weathers did in Predator.
Mm-hmm.
I love that reference.
And don't get me wrong, I like the Outrunners, but
I think they're entertaining as shit. That's what they are.
Al Snow trained them well. Al Snow trained those guys well. Thank you, Al Snow.
For real.
But the Hurt Syndicate is going to murder them.
Oh, dude, Bobby Lashley's gonna spear the fucking pants off those guys, man. Make their fanny packs turn into just fannies.
Tell Benjamin he still has a lot of take in the gas too for a guy who's just turned 50.
Dude, Shelton Benjamin's a monster.
Oh, dude, I mean, this guy's a former. Have you guys seen the damage he did when he was in Suzuki-gun? There was a you have to, for what I've seen in Suzuki-gun, in order to be a member of Suzuki-gun, you have to be a mental nutcase in order to team up with Minoru Suzuki. Look at Lance Archer.
Point taken.
And also, there's this one guy that basically looked like a gimp that was a member of Suzuki-gun.
Okay, so we're all picking the Hurt Syndicate. So
okay. Now, next match is Mercedes Moné versus Momo. What happened? What's going on? Talk to me.
Momo, I want Momo to win. I'm sorry.
Momo versus Mercedes. What do you got, Josh?
it's time for that belt to be changed,
Mercedes
man.
needs to drop it. Momo needs this win.
Momo, yeah, I agree with Phil. Momo needs a win.
Okay.
I mean, she's dating. It was kind of funny though. In Japan, she's a heel, but over here, she's a face.
Yeah, because Mercedes Moné is our heel. Now, that's for the TBS Championship.
Well, because if you look at it, though, she's in a faction called Hate, which is like the Bullet Club of Stardom.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it's Momo Watanabe. I mean, she's a legend. Dude. She's a living legend in women's wrestling in Japan. True story. She's a great.
So, what do you pick?
I got Momo.
Okay.
All right. Momo. Okay. So the next match is a steel cage match between Ospreay and Fletcher. Who you got?
Well, since this is like the trilogy, the third match between them, going with Ospreay.
Okay. What about you, Phil?
Ospreay.
Yeah.
Ospreay.
I'm gonna ride with Fletcher, man. I think Will's gonna put him over because you're gonna have a new champion for the Continental title. Kyle Fletcher would be a great person to chase that title because Brody King will be a great opponent for him.
You're right. I mean, knowing Will Ospreay, honestly, he's one of the most selfless guys in the business.
Mm-hmm.
He would do
if Fletcher doesn't go over, then it hurts the Callis family.
It does. It really does, man. Because I mean, honestly, God, truthfully, man, Will don't need to win that match.
He doesn't need that win.
No. Now here's the fun thing. Here's the funny one. The next match is for the AEW International Championship. Y'all catch on what I'm saying so far about why that one match doesn't fit this card yet? Y'all caught on why?
You're right.
Okay, I'm not done though. So Takeshita versus Omega for the AEW International Championship. Who you got?
That's a tough one. That is a fucking tough one.
I know.
I think Omega's going to take it.
Okay.
Well, I can see him taking it so Takeshi could defend his never open weight title. Because don't forget, he's a double champion. He's also not only signed with AEW, he's also signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling and DDT. So he probably will give him more time to work in New Japan Pro Wrestling. You know, give him a break from AEW while he can go home for Japan for a little bit and work over in New Japan and DDT.
Okay. I'm going with Omega, and this is the reason why. Omega is going to be feuding with Okada. Like you were saying earlier, if Okada drops the title to Brody King, he should go at the International Championship. And who better than Kenny Omega and Okada?
I think King would put over Okada in a heartbeat.
I think it'll be some great. I think it'll be a great story there, man.
They have a lot of history with each other too, so it just. I mean, the story is writing itself.
Exactly.
The story would write itself, especially with the history, the bangers they had, especially when they were both in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I mean,
the story writes itself,
Plus-
but unfortunately,
don't forget he has beef against the Elite. They kicked him out of the Elite, so this is kind of like a revenge story for Kenny as well.
Mm-hmm.
Unfinished
then you bring back in the Young Bucks.
Oh God. Oh God, the trolls hate them.
Yeah, I know. But then you have the semi-main event, the women's championship, the Hollywood ending, Mariah May versus the timeless one, Toni Storm.
I'm going with Toni Storm because it's like she just got the championship back.
Yeah, Tony.
Just for the pure fact. I mean, that's kind of stupid to have her win the championship, then had to fork over the championship.
I'm going
it's going to be a great match, regardless. It's going to be a great match.
I'm going to go.
I don't care who wins. It'll be a great match. I'll be happy with any winner, to be honest.
Because it's the only title that means shit.
I mean, no women is going to get buried in that match, in my opinion. So I'd be happy with either winner.
The only burying I see in any of these matches, and I hate to say it, is the Outrunners and Hurt Syndicate. That is the only match so far that there could be a burying. Literally.
I don't. You know what? I don't think. I know the Hurt Syndicate's going to win.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to bury them. I don't think they're like going to completely destroy them. I think they're going to put on a match.
Hurt Syndicate don't really do 50-50 matches, man.
Well, they kind of have to, man. Otherwise, it's going to be all one-sided,
Look at their last three matches. Look at what they did to the Private Party. Was that a 50-50 match? Think about it, for example. It was a squash
match. I think Private Party should. I wouldn't be upset if they went to NXT. To be honest,
I could care less. I think they're trash, but they're up there with Baron Corbin, in my opinion. I've never really cared for them. I've never really liked those guys. I don't know what it is about them, man. Their gimmick never got over with me. But here we go to the main event.
The story that's going to write itself.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Jon Moxley versus Cope, man.
I'm going with Cope. Maybe Mike can, after this is over, Mike can finally cope with it.
I am not calling him Cope. I'm calling him Adam Copeland. That's it. Honestly, Copeland's going to win.
I hope Mike can finally cope with this when it's over.
Copeland's going to win with a lot of interference in this match. There's going to be a lot. And I think if Marina Shafir shows up, I think this is where Beth Phoenix makes her debut.
Ooh, I would love that.
I think Beth Phoenix will make her debut. That way she could literally beat the shit out of Marina Shafir.
Because Willow wants a piece of her too, if I'm correct.
But yeah, there's going to be a lot of interference in this match. Then finally, Cope's going to win. Then
our father
is going to come out.
No,
our father, Martin Wrestling, Christian be his name,
and take the title.
Who?
Our father, who art thou in wrestling?
He is not my father in wrestling.
He is your father figure. You need to show respect to the patriarch of our family.
I don't think the Death Riders are going to turn on Mox, but I think Wheeler Yuta is going to turn on him.
I think Wheeler Yuta is going to be an outcast. They're going to beat him down and they're going to kick him out. That's what's going to happen. And then Pac is going to turn on Claudio, and then Eddie Kingston is going to come back and he's going to get in the face of Mox and go, look, brother, they're never your real friends. I've always been your real friend. You can't trust them.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about Eddie Kingston's shit.
Yeah, see, dude, things happen, bro. But this is the cool part about it. Now let's get back to the fucking rant of the night.
Oh, come on, man. Eddie Kingston's awesome.
Oh, no. I'm not gonna rant on Kingston, dude. I'm ranting about the match.
This guy was talking about Justice Bad Kingston.
Anyway, I'm not even reading that right now. So the match between what happened?
Dude, he is not out of shape, man. I've watched this guy wrestle in Japan. He's badass. He wrestled the Japanese strong style, dude.
Hey, for a fat guy, he can wrestle. I'll give it that. I can't do that shit.
Great.
You're basically so did Dusty Rhodes.
So did Stan Hansen.
Stan Hansen, so did like a lot.
Harley Race.
Yokozuna. I mean, look at dude.
Well,
look at Kong Bundy, man. Rikishi, man. If you're talking about any fat wrestler, you're bashing all fat wrestlers, man. Come on.
Andre the Giant, Big John Studd.
Not everyone has to be a roid rage like Batista.
I was looking with Superstar Billy Graham, honestly.
Or Hulk Hogan. Not everyone has to what? Not everyone has to like a roid rage python. This is not the. That's what I hate the fact that Vince McMahon
or a coked out drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Cream of the crop.
I hate that Vince McMahon is brainwashing the people. Says that they have to be a 6 roid rage motherfucker in order to be a wrestler. I fucking hate that shit.
Kevin Owens,
exactly. I'm so tired of the. Here's my rant. I got a rant. All right, I'm so sick of these motherfuckers that think that wrestlers have to be a 6-pack in order to wrestle. They have to be like, but what happened to average-looking guys like, working class guys like Stan Hansen, Kevin Owens, or like even Eddie Kingston, man, like
Dino Bravo,
even Dusty Rhodes. I mean, they didn't have the best, or Stan Hansen. I mean, or Andre. Even some guys in New Japan and pro wrestling don't even have those bodies. Like, or even Eddie Jap. Oh my god, dude! Like, I'm so fucking tired of that shit. So did fucking Dusty Rhodes have floppy tits. I mean, like, oh my god, it's just like that. It's just stupid.
Harley Race.
Like, exactly, Harley's. I'm so tired of this whole bullshit that Vince McMahon has brainwashed into people's heads that wrestlers have to be fit and jacked. That's good shit. In order to be. It has to be like that. Like, I'm just so fucking tired of that bullshit, man.
All right, Mike. Mike, your turn. What's your
Okay, my rant is this, and it's not about Eddie Kingston, okay? My rant is on the fact that MJF and Hangman Adam Page's match should never be on this fucking card. However, if you notice, there's a theme to this fucking pay-per-view. You have 1 title, 2 title, 3 title, 4 title, 5 titles, 6 titles, and then you have 2 storyline matches between the steel cage match and the number 1 contenders match. Where the fuck is MJF and Hangman Adam Page get off on having a match on this card? For what reason? Because they're 2 guys that need to be on a pay-per-view?
They're good enough. They can skip this pay-per-view personally. I mean, it wouldn't upset me if this wasn't on the card or anything, It could have ended like on another show or something,
It kind of makes no sense.
It's random. It's thrown in there. It's sort of like having the whole Adam Cole, FTR, Undisputed Kingdom, and Daniel Garcia
sort of a filler in a ways.
Yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, they should have Daniel Garcia on here versus anyone because he is a TNT champion for fuck's sake.
I mean, I see your point. Like, hey, at least on the bright side,
or they can even have a trios championship match between Claudio, Pac, and Wheeler Yuta versus three random people.
Well, we couldn't really have that because the story goes,
the other two are injured.
Beat the shit out of everybody out. So,
I mean, they could have put. I see your point, though.
It shouldn't be here.
It's valid. I sort of agree with you, Mike, about that. I mean, I like as much as I like MJF and but you do have a point, though.
It's a very big point. I mean, it's happening with AEW at every single pay-per-view. Oh, do they do them right though? No, they don't. They fuck up every single time. Dude, it'd been great with just regular 9 matches on the card, and one of them being the 0-hour match. No. We gotta have 10 matches, bro. We gotta do more than WWE. They only have 4. We're gonna do 10. So you're gonna have a 6-hour pay-per-view? Yeah.
I actually don't mind those more pay-per-views, the more the merrier. Like it gets stories fixed, I guess. But that's just me. But
There's stories, really. There's stories. I see 2 stories on this whole pay-per-view. 2.
I agree.
Well, at least the audience gets their money's worth. I say it's better than just like. I'm just glad there's no stuff, those commercial break. One thing I do like about those papers is at least those random commercial breaks, though.
Well, WWE has the money and the backing to do whatever the fuck they want to do and still succeed. So, I mean, yeah, you can say you hate it all you want, but what are you going to get on AEW? Well, we got to talk about the next match. We don't give a flying fuck.
I do.
Really? So you care about the backstory between the Outrunners and the Hurt Syndicate? Tell me about the backstory, Phil. I'm curious to know what the backstory is.
Smart ass. I don't know.
No. You are tired of commercial breaks. Give me the backstory on the Hurt Syndicate and the Outrunners, brother. Lay it out there.
I mean, they won a number 1 contenders match. That's it.
It's just a number 1 contenders match. I mean, it's a story of a wrestler trying of a tag team trying to make it big, trying to win the tag team championship.
It took you almost a minute and a half to come up with that.
I have.
Trust me, there is no backstory there, bro.
I mean, there is. I admit that there is no backstory in it. That's
none.
That's why the Outrunners are gonna get smashed.
I feel bad. Like I said, that's going to be a squash match. Oh, give me another one. I can tell you another one right now. All the rest of them have backstories. The Moxley have backstories. Storm Morame have backstories. Takeshita Omega have a backstory. Fletcher Ospreay have a backstory. Mercedes Moné Watanabe have a backstory from actual dynasty that happened earlier this year.
Oh, yeah.
MJF Hangman Adam Page, I guess you could say it has a story if you want to talk about, I can't believe that guy. That's stupid. Stupid as hell. Then you have Swerve Strickland and Ricochet. Actually means something. It actually has a small story there.
There's a great story.
Okada and King have a small story. The Orange Cassidy, Big Boom, whoever, and Mark Briscoe versus the other 3 people.
Popcorn match.
It's a 0-hour match, man.
Yeah, it's an opener.
But I mean, it's MJF, Heyman, Adam Page, the Hurt Syndicate and Outrunners do not belong on this card. Period. But I'm okay with it being a team championship match because the Outrunners are going to get destroyed. They're going to look the Hurt Syndicate look dominant, which they should.
Guys, I found out a wrestler passed away. Cyclone Ramirez passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
I don't know who that is.
He's a luchador.
Oh.
Cyclone Ramirez, legendary luchador whose career defined 90s lucha libre, has passed away after suffering a heart attack. Ramirez, real name Carlos Reyes Daza, was a former CL World Welterweight Champion title holder Holder of many tag team championships across Mexico and lost his match to current CML veteran Felino in 1993. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace, man.
Yeah,
Well,
so,
it involves ringside. It involves wrestling, so I figure it's relevant.
It is. It's very relevant. I mean, I think we should give him his moment of silence.
ding, ding.
So, get up.
There, I really think that's enough for a silence for this gentleman. And
All
I do
right,
agree
so-
with the 10-bell salute. I do agree with the 10-bell salute too. I think that's pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing. He wasn't trying to be an actual dick. By the way.
No.
Okay, we did one bell. I think it was like someone I forgot who passed away.
Jimmy Rave. Was it
Oh,
Rave?
that we
No, I
should
think it was Funk. I think it was Funk. Or was
Yeah,
it Sheiky?
it was Terry Funk.
Was it Terry Funk or Sheiky?
It was Terry Funk.
I'm pretty sure it was Funk. Because he's the only one that I would actually try to give one of those to, because I mean Terry Funk meant so much to the fucking business, man.
Terry Funk's a fucking legend. The Archie Funkin' legend.
Terry Funk is a legend. He ain't was anything. He is a legend.
He is a legend.
Middle-aged and crazy.
Do what?
Middle-aged and crazy.
Yeah.
He was our crazy old man. Now the new crazy old man's Minoru Suzuki.
Actually, no, I don't think Country was with me with this one, but I did get to meet Terry Funk at my local place in Hammond. It was like a local show. He showed up, wrestled. Pretty cool. He was a cool dude. He was a cool dude.
I even loved where I saw.
I gotta dig that picture up one of these days.
I even saw this video where Onita, his mentor, Terry Funk was his mentor. He went to his grave all the way from Japan just to put flowers on his grave.
Mm-hmm.
That was beautiful. I mean, he was there. I mean, he was his mentor when Onita was on his excursion in America from when he just got done doing stuff in All Japan Pro Wrestling.
Onita versus Muhammad Ali was amazing. It's what WWE tried to do in WrestleMania 1 with Mr. T and Hulk Hogan versus Piper and...
Not Onita, was it Inoki?
Oh, yeah, Inoki versus Muhammad Ali. Yeah, that's right.
The last time they ended up fighting, if I'm correct, like Muhammad Ali's legs he had blood clots as like from those kicks because that was an actual legit shoot fight. It was actually like one of the first MMA fights.
Yeah, it was, and Inoki won that fight
because those brutal kicks. If I remember, like what I heard is like Muhammad Ali could barely stand after that fight.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know how to take a true ass whooping.
Well, it's because
boxing ass whooping and wrestling ass whooping is way different.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, a boxer is limited but just to their hands. But when a wrestler the thing is, Inoki has a background in karate, jiu-jitsu, and also judo.
Mm-hmm.
And also some amateur wrestling, and also Greco-Roman wrestling, if I'm correct, too. He was good at that, too. He used all that style against Muhammad Ali.
Oh, dude, it was Muhammad Ali, man. I'm a big fan of that guy as a boxer, but all his other stuff to combine with him as a boxer makes him a legend in any sport whatsoever, man.
I still give Muhammad Ali credit for that fight, though. I mean, he took the ass whooping, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He's a tough SOB.
All right. On to more wrestling news. Now we could go into WWE 2K25. A lot of downloadable content coming for that.
Stupid content. There's a lot of stupid. Oh, dude, it's gonna get stupid. Dude, if you're putting TNA wrestlers on your game,
You bought TNA.
dude, there's something there, man. There's something there.
I'm telling you, they bought TNA down low.
If they didn't, then
I'm at the Abyss. I mean, hell, they could put the Abyss on there. I'm trying to find the list here. All right, come on.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, oh yeah, also Acclaim, the video game company Acclaim is back. And Jeff Jarrett is working with them personally so they can bring back Legends of Wrestling series. Any of you guys play that?
no, it was terrible.
Well, I hope if they do bring it back, I just hope they get some better developers for it.
I'm going to be honest with you, Phil. Before Josh goes into his spiel about 2K25 downloadable characters real quick, there's like 40 people long. I'm going to give you a heads up real quick. Name one game that Acclaim made that was a video game, that was a wrestling game, that you were like, oh, dude, I bought this and I can't wait to play it. And when you played it, you're like, dude, this is the best game ever.
WWF Attitude.
That was a horrible game.
It wasn't the worst wrestling game I ever played. WrestleMania 1. WWF WrestleMania for the NES was horrible.
That was Acclaim.
Yeah. FK, also formerly known as LJN.
Yeah. The best Acclaim game that ever came out was Royal Rumble for the Genesis and Super Nintendo.
A lot of those old WWF games sucked. What I did like though was WrestleMania, the arcade, and In Your House. Those were fun though because they had that Mortal Kombat. Those are
both of them were not Acclaim though.
They were Acclaimed though. They were published by Acclaim. It was the same studio that did Mortal Kombat though.
Who did WrestlePalooza? Who did that one?
That was ECW's pay-per-view called WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, that was ECW.
No, WrestleFest. I'm sorry, WrestleFest.
Oh, WrestleFest. That was WWF.
Yeah, who did that? Was that Acclaim?
Oh, I have no idea. Okay, so for the first downloadable compact content, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Julia Stephanie Vercure, actually two good ones, and a special celebrity guest to be announced. Second combat pack is the Abyss, the Great Khali. 3 NBA stars to be announced. The third pack is actually a really good one. Bull Nakano, Jordan Grace, New Jack, Penta, and special celebrity guest.
Bad Bunny.
Probably. Yeah. Fourth pack. Now, this one's kind of confusing because it's in Billy Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Road Dogg,
Will Brown, Mark Henry, Road Dogg, and Victoria.
Victoria was more ruthless aggressive, even though she was wrestling.
How can he license Billy Gunn?
He worked a deal. He worked. Tony Khan let him.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan let him work out a deal. Both AEW and WWE worked out a deal so Billy Gunn could be in that game.
Now I'm surprised Victoria signed off on that too, because she has a big grudge, ain't it, against WWE?
Yep.
But I guess the paycheck is even better.
So while you're doing this, I did something too. I looked up WrestleFest, the arcade game. Technos Japan is the one who put that out.
Oh, okay.
And that's so fucking badass.
Downloaded compact 5. Jesse Ventura, Junkyard Dog, Mr. Wonderful, Sid Justice, and Tito Santana. I actually like that one.
And New Jack's gonna be on there too.
Yeah, I already said that one.
Oh, also, Phil, the WWF WrestleMania, the arcade.
Yeah.
That was Midway.
Yeah, no, they worked with Acclaim though.
Yeah,
I think Acclaim, sort of like
made in Chicago,
they published it.
I'm doing it right now. I'm looking. Nope, it's just Midway.
Yeah, I know, made in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Which is now owned by Warner Brothers.
Well, well, Midway went under, so
Mm-hmm.
that's why Warner Brothers owns Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And here's the other thing, though. I found out. Well, I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind see if they get better developers for Legends of Wrestling. But here's the thing: if they did make Legends of Wrestling, who would you like to see in Legends of Wrestling, though? That's the question I want to know.
They have a Legends of Wrestling.
I know, but a new version where they get guys from like the indies as well, including the old. Mike,
It's not Legends of Wrestling if it's from the Indies, Phil.
Yeah, Indies of Wrestling. That's what you're going at. If you want Legends of Wrestling, they're all under WWE contract right now.
I'm talking. Why such a party pooper tonight?
Not being a party pooper.
Party pooper.
No, it's not a party pooper if it's fact.
Well, anyways, as I was saying, I wouldn't mind seeing a lot of like guys like Homicide. See Abdul the Butcher on there.
That's one you'll never see on WWE, which I'm surprised they
have. Wrestling though. Bruiser Brody. Let's see who else I would like to see in that game. Eddie Guerrero. That'd be awesome.
Right.
Jushin Liger, Minoru Suzuki.
Vicky Guerrero owns all the rights to Eddie Guerrero's legacy. So
I think Jeff Jarrett Jeff Jarrett probably have to talk to Vicky about that.
And she's not on too good standings with AEW either.
No, she quit a long time ago. So, and she was just seen on WWE. So,
who knows what's gonna happen? It's like it's an independent. It's not an AEW or WWE. Jeff Jarrett, Legends of Wrestling is gonna be a non-independent wrestling. I mean, they did have this other game where it had like WWE Legends, like it had Andre the Giant, Macho Man, and Sergeant Slaughter on there. WrestleQuest.
So I just did a thing, and this is funny if you think about it. So I was looking at different games made by from WWF back in the day that I remember, like Rage in a Cage, which was on Sega CD, and that was the only platform it was made for, and it had 20 wrestlers. It had I don't know if y'all ever played it or not, but that's the way it was. And then there was a cage match plus a wrestling. There are no holds barred, and the victory is achieved by escaping the cage. Also available is a one-player tournament mode where the player selects a wrestler must defeat the rest in a series of one-fall matches to become WWF champion. Upon completion, an FMV clip of the wrestler celebrating a victory is shown. There are no tag team modes, despite the inclusion of tag teams, and Money Incorporated, the Head Shrinkers, and the Nasty Boys. And Money Incorporated was IRS and Ted DiBiase. Head Shrinkers was Samu and Fatu, and the Nasty Boys was Brian Knobs and Jerry Sags. But the list of wrestlers was Randy Savage, Samu Fatu, IRS, Lex Luger, Razor Ramon, Ted DiBiase, Bam Bam Bigelow, Yokozuna, Shawn Michaels, Rick Martel, Sags, Knobs, Bossman, Tatanka, Bret Hart, Undertaker, Kamala, Crush, and Mr. Perfect.
Jesus.
Great lineup.
Yeah.
But it never did anything, dude. It was released in North America in November of 93 and PAL, which is, I guess, the rest of the world, in 94. It had Howard Finkel doing the introductions. The game's music developers did not take advantage of the CD format. It resembles the synthesized music of a 16-bit game from that period. More specifically, the Super Nintendo version of Royal Rumble Rage in the Cage features 20 wrestlers.
What
most-
system was this for?
Huh?
What system was this for?
Sega CD. That's it. The Sega CD.
Oh my god.
And the developer was Sculptured Software. Publisher was Acclaim Entertainment. And I think this is the only Acclaim game that I would actually say that was an actual win for them. Literally. And I don't even know if it got any good anything. Because the worst was WrestleMania. WrestleMania Challenge was terrible.
WrestleMania was not that bad for PlayStation.
No, WrestleMania, the original Nintendo game that came out in '89. WrestleMania Challenge was cool because it had Ultimate Warrior. It was still a terrible game. And then Super Steel Case Challenge, which was, I think, regular Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, which was really cool. The arcade game, which was WrestleMania the Arcade, that was a good game. WrestleMania 2000 was great for the N64.
No Mercy. Beautiful.
Road to WrestleMania came out on the Game Boy Advance.
That sucked.
WrestleMania 18 came out on the GameCube only. Road to WrestleMania 8 came out on, I want to say it came out on the GameCube as well.
That was the Advance or something, you know.
I think WrestleMania 19 came out on the something.
WrestleMania 19 came out on the GameCube.
21 and Legends of WrestleMania, which was a THQ. That was the very first THQ game that came out before the Raw and all that other crap. Because the very first THQ game that was released for N64 was WCW versus NWO World Tour. And then it was Revenge. And then they left WCW, went to WWF, and made WrestleMania 2000, which was amazing.
And No Mercy.
Yeah, No Mercy. And then he had Superstars, which was Techno's Japan. It was released in the arcades, which was amazing. And then 1991 had Superstars for the regular Game Boy. And then Superstars 2 was for the Game Boy.
The Fire Pro Wrestling series is pretty good too.
Yeah. And then Royal Rumble was really good for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. King of the Ring was god awful. That was fucking stupid. That was terrible.
The Game Boy?
No, for the Nintendo. And then you had Raw come out on the PlayStation. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm lying. Super Nintendo. And it was god awful.
Yeah.
In Your House was for the PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and it was meh. Warzone was for the N64 and PlayStation, and that was god awful.
You know what? I'm gonna say I loved Warzone.
It was good for its time, you know. It just didn't age well for me.
Well, it didn't age well, but the thing is that me and my buddies, me and Country, we got together drunk, and we made I unlocked everything, so we made everybody that we knew wrestling characters.
Yeah,
like so, and then we just host. Then one night we just threw it on a computer mode, and we just did a battle royal. We made all our friends to wrestlers, included ourselves, and we just we just got drunk and just threw it on a computer mode, and I just put it on battle royal.
Yeah. And then
Royal Rumble.
And Royal Rumble it came out on the Sega Dreamcast, and it was amazing. And then No Mercy, and then Raw 2002, which was THQ, but that was released on the Xbox.
Yeah.
And that was a whole different game. And then Raw 2 was terrible, and then Survivor Series was for the Game Boy Advance. And then you had Micro League Wrestling, which was released back on the Commodore 64 Atari days in 1989, which was fucking terrible. And WrestleFest was an amazing game made by Technos Japan. European Rampage Tour was put on the Atari and the Amiga and a Commodore 64. And then Rage in a Cage was, Sega CD. And then Attitude came out for Acclaim. And that was put on the PlayStation in 99 and then Nintendo 64. And WWE Attitude played like WCW Nitro. It was god awful.
I got that game. Fun story about the WCW Nitro game.
Actually,
that's how I met.
It's more like Warzone, except better.
That's how I met Country.
Was Nitro?
My buddy Justin here. That's how I met him.
Actually,
one day, it was like a friend of a friend, and he came over. He was a big wrestling fan, so I'm over in my room playing a game. It's like, hey, this is Justin. Hey, what's going on? It's like, oh, you're playing that? I said, yeah, you want to play? I'm coming over there. So we start playing, and he starts kicking my ass in the video game. And I was like, I just looked at him like, get the fuck out.
I did say though, after if you look at it,
we've been friends ever since, man.
If you look at the gameplay, though, Attitude's more like Warzone. Except more wrestlers.
Kind of. And then the next game was with Authority, which is also, if you think about it, that was made under THQ, but it was made in 92, and it was also in conjunction with European Rampage Tour, which was put on like the weird consoles. And then you had the Game Boy Color WWF Betrayal. And then you had the very first... And then you had the very, very first WWE 2K, which was 2K, and then it was a mobile game, which sucked. And then you had Crush Hour that was put out in 2003, and that was a fucking atrocious game. And then Day of Reckoning came out. Does anybody remember that? Then Day of Reckoning 2.
No.
What about Aftershock? Does anybody remember that horrible game? Came out for the N-Gage.
All I know is I got every single PlayStation release for ECW, WCW, and WWF. I got all the PlayStation releases.
But yeah, so all those games that came out of the Acclaim era, only certain games came out of the Acclaim era. Rage in a Cage was Acclaim, and I had to say that was probably the best Acclaim game ever made. And it still wasn't great. It was good, but it wasn't great. Point taken. But anyway, so, and Midway put out a bunch of games as well too, man. They put out a bunch. So what about this thing about Becky Lynch accusing CM Punk of what did she do? Phil?
Huh?
What did Becky Lynch accuse CM Punk and Roxanne doing?
Having an affair?
Having an affair? Yeah. I'm like, wow, that's some
ballsy move, man.
Serious accusations right there, man. I'm like,
I'm
all for a storyline. Jesus Christ, you're messing with a guy's fucking marriage right there, unless it's true.
Well, he is known that he cheated. Well, he cheated on Lita with AJ.
Yeah.
Well, he was
seeing. They weren't married though. He wasn't married to Lita though. He wasn't married to Lita.
But then again, Lita bounced from every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the fucking company, man.
Well, not really, man. She only bounced to 3 people, man. It was from what I remember, it was Matt Hardy to Edge, from Edge to CM Punk.
That is true.
When did that happen? Because when he came in, she was already on her way out the door.
It's just some she was a Hall of Famer at that time, and she did a lot of things, and they both have a lot of interests. That's the thing. They both Punk and Lita, they're both punk rockers and everything, and if I'm correct, CM Punk's really into the punk scene, and I actually met Lita, and she actually has her own punk band. They're actually pretty good though, too.
And Christy Hemme had her own rock and roll band too, called Hemme.
Really, I didn't know that. Wow.
Apparently, I heard she left TNA too because of their association with WWE. Because I heard she left the company because I don't know, she had a falling out with WWE for what I heard.
I'm telling you, they bought TNA. They bought TNA. Watch.
I believe it.
She's been going since 2016, man.
No, Christy Hemme's been gone. No, she came back to TNA.
Yeah, in 2022 to oversee TNA's social media presence.
Yeah, but then she left though.
16 hours ago.
I'm still saying she left
Christy
TNA.
Hemme confirms her departure from TNA Wrestling. Breaks her silence for reaching part of TNA Wrestling. Former TNA head of marketing, Christy Hemme recently participated in a virtual signing with Rich whoever. During their signings, Hemme confirmed that she was no longer with the company. I just left TNA from doing behind the scenes stuff there, she confirmed. And this time right now, I'm not thinking about my future. So whenever I leave a big thing, I'm getting ready for whatever is next. I give myself time and space. I usually give myself a time to period to not think about what's next. And interestingly enough, I was thinking, oh, this is a great trip to sit and think about what's next for me. My goal is where I'm going to put my time and all that kind of stuff. And on this trip, I'm like, I really don't feel like thinking yet. I think I just need a little bit more of a mental break, especially just because my head has been in wrestling for so many years, and not saying it won't still be in wrestling, just needs a little bit of a breather.
Oh yeah, you also heard CM Punk was pulled from shows at Glasgow and London.
Yeah, Josh Matthews was
because after the stunt he pulled in Glasgow.
Oh, Glasgow, I understand, but England, really?
It was from. I mean, remember what happened?
Well, that shouldn't. Well,
Punk got heat from that. There's a lot of fans, including me, that still just lost a lot of respect for Punk for what happened, no matter how you feel about it. And London fans felt pissed off after what he did.
What he did? I mean, what Jack Perry did? Remember all this bullshit? Heck, where's Jack Perry been? He hasn't been seen on TV for.
He's probably.
I think 3 months. He hasn't been on TV for 3 months now.
I think he's injured or something.
Wow. Okay, dude. Y'all ready for some really fucked up shit?
All right, what's up?
So I'm over here on this thing called TNA's website.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's not listed here as a commentator no more?
Who?
Aiden English?
Josh Matthews.
Really?
Didn't he also, was he formerly in WWE as well?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised. He also had a falling out with WWE, if I'm correct.
So he left TNA.
I'm telling you, they bought TNA on the download. They bought TNA. How the heck did they get the rights to Abyss? That's all TNA.
Abyss works backstage in NXT with Shawn Michaels, man.
Yeah, but he works backstage. He could not officially bring the Abyss character over because TNA owns the rights. Now they got some sort of partnership. You know, all of a sudden Abyss could be featured in a video game. I'm telling you, I either
I believe you.
By the end of this year, WWE will own TNA. By the end of this year.
By the end of this year, sometime beginning of next year. I believe you.
And it's going to be like, we got this. And it's like how Vince McMahon says, well, I'm going to take WCW and I'm going to put it on the shelf.
And look what happened. And look what happened. That we got over 2 decades of a fucking monopoly.
Or it's going to be like TNA NXT.
You know how many people's on TNA's roster as we sit here and talk?
50?
Very few.
64 people.
Well, that's close. I mean, hell, they even weaseled the Hardys back in. Which brings me up to my fucking rant. Because of a certain Cheeto-looking motherfucker wanted to talk on Tuesday for the New York and the Chicago market. Any shows that was shown in the Chicago market or in New York were canceled so he could talk. Anywhere else, NXT was shown. I'm like, they couldn't put this on Netflix. No, they did a delayed broadcast, and it was actually shown today.
Oh my God! You know the Donald Trump thing.
Yeah, I don't want to get into political debate, but damn it, I was pissed off because I was all set, ready to watch NXT. It was supposed to be a good show, and it was a good show, but I had to watch it through my other means of watching stuff, and it was all glitchy, and I was like, it's like, hey, I'm like, motherfucker, I want to watch the matches. And apparently someone got injured on the show. I think
poor Jade, but she's about. I actually did find out she's okay though. It was a minor thing. So
yeah, she and I didn't see what happened, so I'm gonna see if I can watch the rebroadcast. But yeah, I was pissed off because I couldn't watch my NXT yesterday.
Well, gentlemen, I think we almost hit every single thing we talked about this weekend. Oh, I haven't disclosed. I will be in Gadsden, Alabama this weekend for the Haas tournament.
For the Haas tournament. Oh, now who's all going to be there?
I was going to say something after. Can I say something after Mike is done?
Yeah, sure. The Haas tournament has 16 people. It's Heart of the Southern 16. We're going to have Richard Holiday versus Jonathan Gresham.
Nice.
You're going to have Jameson Shook versus Stallion Rogers. You're going to have Samuel Handsome versus Odinson. Mad Dog Connolly versus Max the Impaler.
Nice.
Alec Price versus Hunter Drake. CMD, which is Cabana Van Dam versus Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Big Dave Weaver versus Donnie Primetime. And Rita Raccoon versus Tony Evans. Those are your 16 competitors.
Is all single matches?
Yes.
Those are good matches.
2-night event, Friday and Saturday night.
You going to both of them?
Oh, yes. Second row. I'll be there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Take pictures, get interviews.
I will.
Or at least you get Jonathan Gresham saying Ringside Rants is the best.
Oh, dude, I would love to get Ringside Rants is the best by Jonathan Gresham. That'd be awesome. That'd be epic. Or even Max the Impaler.
Or say like Jonathan Gresham. Or get him to say like, hey, this is Jonathan Gresham and you're watching Ringside Rants.
Dude, that'd be cool. Or listening to the Ringside Rants. I like listening.
Speaking of which, I also found out that Tam Nakano might be retiring from wrestling because last night she lost against Saya from Hate because she's no longer on the website with Stardom. She's still a member because of Hate, but she's now freelance. It's title versus career now because she lost a loser leave Stardom. So technically, she did leave Stardom. She's no longer contract with them. And now it's a title versus career match. So if Tam loses, she will have to retire from wrestling.
Oh man.
Tam, well, she's in her mid-30s, so she wants to put over this one girl wrestler. Sort of kind of gives me Mick Foley storytelling.
Okay. Cool.
And also Mina's back. She's also having her feud against the Hate. They're like bullet good, which is fun. I catch up with some Stardom, so it's still pretty much doing real well. They even sold out Cork and Hall.
Nice.
So they're sleep they're doing. So let's call it a night, Mike. You look tired and everything.
I am, dude. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, man. I'm exhausted, dude. I got to work in the morning.
Hey, so do I.
For those who knows, even though Mike and I and Josh have our debates about wrestling companies, we still love each other, guys.
Yeah, we do. We love each other.
Fuck out of y'all, man.
Well, fuck you, man.
But no, seriously, man. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, man. Y'all make it so much fun. I swear.
Hey, our little disagreements are quite entertaining too. You have to admit that.
Oh, they're great. I love it. I love that shit. So without further ado,
all right, Mike, take us to the promised land.
If you're not watching Ringside Rants,
you're doing life wrong, brother.
Hell yeah, you are. And man, we're not just food to eat.
We're food for the ears, baby.
Fucking right, man. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, see you next week. Well, I'll be a whole lot more awake, hopefully, instead of fucking drearing off into La La Land.
And I'll have my teeth probably fixed, because I'm tired of looking like a tweaker on here.
Oh, you're good, bro.
Hopefully
Anyway,
nice shaving and get this dog off me.
What you say? I'm thinking about doing the same, man. It's pretty bad whenever I eat.
I got that pie made Fu Manchu. I got that pie made beard going on.
Yeah. Does anybody have any like cool facts or anything?
Oh,
the grass is green.
Phil, you got a Phil